Hello guys, welcome back to another video of AI. And as you know, in last video we have ended our first chapter and this is the beginning of our second chapter, AI project cycle. In this video we will discuss about project cycle, that what is the project cycle, and then we will discuss about problem scoping. And do not forget to subscribe my channel if you are new in this video, and let's start our video. So here is our screen, and our second unit is AI project cycle. In this video we will define about AI project cycle and what is problem scoping. We discuss about both these points. Mainly AI project cycle consists of 5 steps. First, problem scoping; second, data acquisition; third, data exploration; fourth, modeling; and fifth, evaluation. We have given a scenario that imagine that you are making a program or security system for bank locker in which only organized persons are allowed to enter. How to complete this scenario? We have studied 5 steps in the previous screen, that problem scoping, data acquisition, data exploration, modeling, evaluation. From these steps we will do this one. First, problem scoping. While finalizing the aim of this system, you scope the problem which you wish to solve with the help of your project. This is problem scoping. So, what is the problem? Here, in this scenario, the problem is anyone can access the locker. We have to create a project or program so that only organized persons are allowed by that program to enter in the locker. So our second step is data acquisition. As you start collecting the photographs, you actually acquire data in a visual form. So absolutely there are so many people. So we have to collect their photographs so that we can give machine data that these persons are allowed and these are not allowed, whatever. So that data is now in visual form. So this data now becomes the base of your security system. There is a note that the data needs to be accurate and reliable as it ensures the efficiency of your data. So when second steps is going on, you should collect the data which is totally accurate and reliable. If there is any single mistake in this data, your system's accuracy will be affected by this. This process is known as data acquisition. Then third step, data exploration. At this stage, you try to interpret some useful information out of the data you have acquired. So, in data acquisition, we have acquired the data. Now, what we are doing, that the data was in a large amount. We are summarizing it and getting a useful information out of that. For this, you explore the data and try to put it uniformly for a better understanding. This is known as data exploration. Then we come on fourth stage, the modeling. To implement your idea, you know that you have to now look at different AI enabled algorithms which works on computer vision. Since you are working on a visual data, so we have discussed domains of AI, in which we have discussed, if you remember, that computer vision works on visual data, NLP works on natural language, and the third, which was known as data science, works on alphanumeric and numeric data. So here we have visual data, then we will use computer vision. Now, you go through several models and select the one which match your requirements. So there is a vast amount of data on internet site, on another positions, but what you have to do, you have to get the most accurate algorithm or a model. There are two options in front of you, that one which is written here, that you go through several models by selecting one. So you are getting the model which was pre-programmed or pre-built, but there is second option that you can self build the model. It will be a great opportunity for that for you. After choosing the model, you implement it. This is known as modeling stage. So the last is evaluation. As you move toward deploying your model in the real world, you test it in as many ways as possible. The stage of testing the model is known as evaluation. The simple definition. So absolutely, you have to first test. If you want to launch any phone, there will be many tests on that phone, so that you should be sure that this phone cannot have any error. If you program app, then also the same process and model also the same process have done. The evaluation is very important for your model. Through this process, you know how accurate your model is and what are the demerits and merits of this project. Then, in this stage, we evaluate each and every model tried and choose the model which gives the most efficient and reliable result. So, if there is a question in your paper that define AI project cycle. In previous videos, we have seen define AI. Now we will study define AI project cycle. So how to write? Start with problem scoping. Set the goal for AI project by stating the problem which you wish to solve with it. Same. First you will take problem scoping and get the data that what is the actual problem. Second point, acquire data which will become the base of the project as it will help us in understanding what are the parameters that are related to the problem we are scoping. Same, then we will go on acquiring data or data acquisition where we will collect data which will become the base of our project. Simple. Then go for data acquisition. The same point by collecting data from various reliable and authentic sources. Since the data we collect would be in large quantities, you have to try it to give it a visual form of different type of representation like graphs, databases, flowchart, maps, etc. This makes it easier for us to interpret the pattern in which our acquired data follows. So you are going on data acquisition. Now I have told you when the scenario was going on that the photographs you have collected is in very large amount. You should have to compile it or make a corpus. So you can how you can do it? You can make graphs, you can make databases, flowchart, map, and many other options. This will make your data more reliable and more easier to understand. After this point, you will go on what? You will go on data exploration. Data exploring After exploring the pattern, we can decide upon the type of model we build to achieve the goal. For this, we can research online and select the various model which give a suitable output. So, when we are making these databases flowchart, this is actually the part of exploration. Then we can test that selected model and figure out which of the most efficient one. Can you remember which topic is that? Yes, this is modeling. The most efficient model is now the base of our AI project cycle, and we can develop our algorithm around it. Simple. Once the modeling is complete, that I have told you, this is going on modeling the last 2 points. We now need to test our model on some newly fetched data. So the training and testing data are different. Now we will take a new data and a different data and then start doing on the work on it. The result will help us in evaluating our model and hence improving it. Finally, after evaluation, the project cycle is now complete and we have won the scenario. So what we get is our AI project cycle. Also, project. Now AI project cycle definition or some core idea has been completed, we will proceed from problem scoping. Scoping consists of two parts. What is that? 4W canvas and themes, like I have written it here. So what is problem scoping? A small definition you have already seen. Let's again read it. It is a fact that we are surrounded by problems. Of course, you have always getting a problem in school, in any way, with friends. Anything can be a problem for you. They could be small or big, sometime ignored or sometime even critical. So the problems are of also two types, which can be ignored and which cannot be ignored. Many times we become so used to problem that is become a part of our life. Identifying such a problem and having a vision to solve it is what problem scoping is about. So everyone face problem, but what was that problem and how we can solve that problem? When we think about these 2 points, we can say that we are doing problem scoping. So it is not that much easier that you can take any topic and start that we have started the project cycle and this is what problem. So let me show you. This is a theme, a main theme, like agriculture or anything other. Then this theme can consist many topics that are problems. Many topics are there. In agriculture there will be irrigation, there will be fertilizers, there will be seeds, many things. Then we have to separate this topic. So in each topic there will be so many problems, and now you have to solve this one problem by one. If you start just we have this theme and we are going to solve this, you can't. If you choose your the topic, it will be easier than theme, but you can't still make a project by this only topic. You have to go deep in that topic and find what are the different problems and then choose one problem. I have some themes for you, like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean and sanitization, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovations and infrastructure, reduce inequality, life on land, life below water, climate action, responsible consumption and production, sustainable cities and communities, peace, justice and strong institutions, partnerships for the goals. These are many themes here I have written for you. These are 17 goals which are known as sustainable development goals. So these are that if you choose no poverty, there will be so many problems in no poverty. In that problem, there will be also so many things same. So now for the blue canvas. Actually, AI project cycle depend on problem scoping first. Same problem scoping depends on 4W canvas or 4W problem canvas, which are who, what, where, and why. So who? The who block help us in analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. So of course you can affect by two ways, directly or indirectly. So, who block identify that problem, that peoples who are suffering from this. Under this, you find out who is the stakeholder. Stakeholder is the person who is facing the problem. This stakeholder is a word for that person to this problem. Are and what you know about them. So, who is stakeholder and what the definition or what the knowledge you have about that stakeholders. So same here I have written a small definition for stakeholders, that stakeholders are the people who face the problem and would be benefited with the solution. Now who block consists mainly two questions. Each block have two questions. When you will answer those two, you can easily know what is the problem. So what the who block have the question that are who are the stakeholders. Same, you have to find out who is the stakeholder. What do you know about them? Same here. And what do you know about them? Second point consists both the question. I have separated those question mainly by highlighting it. Now, as you know, our next block was what? Under what block you need to look into what you have on hand. At this stage, you need to determine the nature of the problem. What is the problem? And how do you know that this is a problem? So mainly you can get an idea that there are two questions. What is the problem and how do you know about the problem that it is a problem? These are two questions in the what block. Under this block, you also gather evidence to prove that the problems you have selected actually exist. So you cannot just say that this is the problem. You have to give evidence like you are in a court and you can imagine that you are a lawyer. Now you are saying that he is guilty or he is not guilty, but this doesn't matter that you are saying. You have to take the evidence, you have to give the proof to court. Same, you have to collect proofs or evidence so that you can prove that the topic you have chosen is actually a problem. So how you can get the evidence? Like newspaper articles, media announcement, etc. And now online websites are also. These are some examples. So what are the two questions? What is the problem and how do you know that it is a problem? Is there any evidence? This is the question. Then why block? You have finally listed down all the major elements that affect the problem directly. So you have got it all the list. Now it is convenient to understand who the people that would be benefited by the solution are and what is to be solved and where will be the solution be deployed. These three conveyances now become the base of why you want to solve this problem. So in this block you have three question or four question that that the people, who are that people who will be benefited by the solution. First question. Second, what is to be solved? What is the problem you want to solve? Is there any problem? And where will be the solution be deployed? These three parts. So next block is where. Now that you know who is associated with the problem and what is the problem actually, you need to focus on the context, situation, location of the problem. This block will help you look into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it, and the location where it promotes. So main question is what is the location of the problem? Where it is prominent? This is the main question. So by getting through these four blocks, which are who, what, where, and why, you can easily get knowledge about what is problem, and through this you can get problem scoping. Thank you for watching complete video. I hope this will help in your study, and if you have any doubt, do not forget to comment, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe and do not forget to like.